gosh, guys, I am so excited to film this. I cannot wait to see the finished product. But today we're going to be doing Pennywise, but I wanted to do a more like sexy version of Pennywise, a girl version. I've been seeing a lot of creepy, scary versions of Pennywise, and I wanted to go ahead and do this one just to be a little bit different. Plus, I'm super excited because I think it would be a little bit more wearable for some people. And yeah, the only Halloween makeup I'm going to be using today is like this Midnight Clown paint, and also this one maybe from the drugstore. It's just a white paint. Everything else I'm just going to be using from the makeup I already have, so regular makeup, so it should be easier to recreate. There's a fly in here. I just haven't went to the Halloween store to pick up any makeup or anything like that, so I'm just going to use what I have because I cannot wait for this makeup look. I think I'm going to go ahead and get started on the eyes first and then do the face. But I am going to be doing a voiceover just so I can concentrate more and listen to music and stuff. And so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so we're starting with the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my lids using this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk, which is just a white shade. And I'm going to blend that in with a flat brush. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and set it using some translucent powder just so it doesn't move. Okay, now going in with the first color, which is just a white, I'm going to go ahead and take that white eyeshadow and pack it all over the lid just so our lid is nice and white. Then for a transition shade, I'm going in with my Kat Von D palette in this gray color, and I'm going to use this as my transitional shade. So into the crease and above it, and you just want to buff it in really nice. Then going in with the darker gray, this one's a little bit more brown, and I'm going to pop that into the crease and the outer corner. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and go in with the same transition shade and make sure everything's buffed out. Now going back in with the same shade, just a more defined brush, and I'm going to go ahead and start defining the crease even more and making sure to flick it out as well, and then just blending as we go. And you're just going to want to keep doing this until you get the intensity that you want. Now going in with the red shade, I'm going to go ahead and pop this into the crease, kind of the same way we did the gray color, so into the crease and kind of flicking it out at the outer corner, just to go ahead and get that cut crease effect going. And the same thing with this color, you're just going to want to keep packing on the color until you get the intensity that you want. And make sure to go ahead and blend everything as we go, just so we have no harsh lines. Now going in with this cream paint, it's just a white paint that I got like at Walmart. I'm going to be using this to cut the crease today, so I'm going to go ahead and map out where I want my cut crease to begin and then start cutting it. I do have hooded eyes, so I do have to do it higher than my actual crease is, so just keep that in mind if you do have hooded eyes. And then I'm going to go ahead and flick it out at the end just like we did the eyeshadow. Then once I got that line on there, I'm going to go ahead and go in with that pencil once again, the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and place that all over the lid up to the line, and then just blend everything out with a flat brush. Then I want to go ahead and set that right away, so I'm taking some white eyeshadow and just setting that in place so it doesn't crease. Going back in with the red shade and a defined brush, I'm going to go ahead and make sure my crease stays cut and just touch it up a little bit, and also flick it out some more at the outer corner. Now going in with my Maybelline Align Stiletto, I'm going to go ahead and do a winged liner. Then I'm going to go ahead and tightline my eyes with a black eyeliner. Then apply a little coat of mascara just before falsies. And then for brows today, I'm using this Anastasia dip brow in the shade Ebony, which is the darkest one I have. And I'm just doing them super like harsh and defined. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with some red eyeshadow just to add a little bit of a red highlight to the brows, and I just thought it looked really cool. And so I'm just adding some white eyeshadow to my brows. Or red eyeshadow, my bad. Some red eyeshadow to my brows. Now to go ahead and prime the face, I'm taking my baby skin and I'm just going to apply that all over the face. I still like to prime even though it's Halloween makeup, just so we have a barrier between our skin and the makeup. Now I'm going to go ahead and just conceal under my eyes and any spots I want to cover before we apply the white paint. You don't have to do this, it's totally your preference, but I just like to do it just so I have a nice base to work with. Now for the clown paint, I'm taking this BritanyRaquell white cream paint and I'm going to go ahead and take some on my hand, and then I'm going to rub my hands together and warm the product up. As you can see, I already have some white around my brows and on my eye makeup, and that is because I had to redo this whole part because I applied it with a brush at first and a sponge, and it just looked really blotchy and really streaky. And so I found the best way to apply this product is if you warm it up really good in your hands first and then just pat it on your skin. And then under the eyes, I'm going in with a brush just to go ahead and get closer to the eyes. And then I'm going in with a damp beauty blender. Make sure it's damp so it blends everything nicely. And you'll just get a really smooth application this way. I found out the hard way, but yeah, just go ahead and do it the way I said and you should be fine. Okay, and to go ahead and set everything, I'm taking my RCMA No color powder and I'm going to take that on my beauty blender and set my under eyes. And then I'm going to take it on a puff and make sure you set the face really nice so nothing creases during the night or the day. Whenever you're wearing this, just make sure to go ahead and cake up the face with that powder. Now back to the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and line my lower lashes with some black eyeshadow. And then just going in with the pencil brush and the red color and buffing everything out. And that's pretty much it for the lower lash line. It's super simple. Then going in with this jumbo pencil. This one's in Cottage Cheese. It's just this really nice, pretty sparkly color. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight my inner corners with this. Then taking Forever Lit from my Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I'm going to pop that on top just to give it a nice glow. And I'm also going to apply some of this under the brow. Now going in with that cooler tone shade we use as our transition shade, and I'm going to go ahead and contour my face with this, and it did pull more warm on my face for some reason. It just came out really warm, which I wasn't expecting. I thought it was going to be a nice gray, but it still looked okay in the end. And now I'm going to go ahead and clean that up with some translucent powder. And then for blush, I'm taking the same red shade we've been using, and I'm just going to pop that on the cheeks. And then I'm going to go ahead and sharpen up the contour with the same shade, just chiseling everything out. And then I'm also going to contour my nose with this. I kind of sped this part up because I totally suck at contouring my nose. And I covered up with highlight anyways. Speaking of highlight, I'm going in with Forever Lit once again, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight the highest points of my face with this. And this highlight was perfect to use on this white base. If you're doing anything with white makeup, I suggest this highlight on top. It's so beautiful. I'm also highlighting my nose, my cupid's bow, everything. For lashes today, I'm using my Glamour Vegas Nail lashes. Just super dramatic. I really love the way they looked with this cut crease. And now going in with that white pencil once again and just tight lining my waterline with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara to my lower lashes. Now starting with the nose, I'm going to go ahead and outline with a lip pencil at first. And it doesn't have to be precise because we're going to smudge it out later. Then taking Ricco from Stila, which is this dark burgundy red shade, I'm going to apply this under the line on my nose. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend that all in with my finger. Then I'm going to go in with a brighter shade. This is Beso from Stila, and I'm going to pop that in the center, and the same thing, just blending it out with my finger. Now moving on to the lips really quick, we're going to line them with the same lip liner. This is MAC Burgundy. And at first I drew my lines with a nude shade. I do not suggest you doing this. It actually showed up a lot on my skin because it was already white, and so it just looked dark and it looked bad and I couldn't really erase it. So I ended up having to do these lines right here thicker because of that reason, just to cover up that nude shade. So I would just suggest you going in straight with the red. And so I'm just taking an angled brush in the same Ricco shade we used on our nose and just drawing my lines. And then I'm doing that line right above my brow that Pennywise has. And then going in with the brighter red and just kind of defining those lines, making them really dimensional. We're also going to go in with some shadow here in a minute. Oh, right now. So I'm taking some red eyeshadow and I'm just buffing everything out. Like I said, I want it to look really dimensional and like 3D. And so I'm just buffing it out. Part of the reason I was doing this was to cover up those nude lines as well, to be honest. Then going in with the black, kind of like where it curves, just to make it look a little bit more hollow. And yeah, so I'm just going in with different colors, kind of blending it over the line to make it look a little bit more worn. And then I'm also going to go ahead and do the same thing to my nose. Like I said, we're going to be blending that out anyways. And so this is the time we're just going to go ahead and add some red eyeshadow and just kind of like smear it with my fingers just to make it look a little bit more messy. And then for lips, we're going in with Ricco once again on the lips. And then we're going to go ahead and pop Beso, the brighter red, right in the center. And that is pretty much it for the look, guys. I hope that you guys like this version of my Pennywise, or my it girl. I hope that you guys like this. It was my first Halloween tutorial, so I did mess up a little bit, but I hope that you guys still enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see any more Halloween tutorials, what ideas you have, and I'll talk to you guys next time. I love you. Bye!